Hey, Craig, let's get into some coffee talk.
Hey, I love it. I love doing some coffee talk.
Well, talk about what?
Dogs, daughters, whatever. It's coffee talk.
Coffee talk.
Boom!
Wait a minute. It's
What?
a coffee talk.
Oh, it's a coffee talk. I don't have coffee. I got monsters.
We're booming the coffee today.
Oh, yeah. Or monsters.
Or monsters. You just told me you had 4 today. I don't know if I believe it.
I showed you.
I know, but I don't know if those are older.
I don't just let monsters lay around the office and collect ants. I mean, this is the desert. Like little sharp bitey things will come in here if you leave it laying around. Just cut a hole through the wall. The lizards. Yeah, so whew, what a day. What a week.
Yeah. I just watched a preview for a movie, and I noticed there was a lot of George Michael, old George Michael songs from the Faith era, and it made me think of the Faith song. And Craig, this is the lead up.
The faith.
You do. You gotta have a faith.
You knew I would do that.
Yeah.
You had faith that I would do that. Because you gotta have faith, the faith, the faith.
You've got to have,
baby.
Oh, good job. Yeah, but and it's so funny doing the elite call earlier today. It's crazy what just a little bit of faith will do. Dude, your team's crushing it right now. What'd you do? 21K yesterday?
21K yesterday.
Yeah.
I think we did 14K on Monday, and then today the jury is still, it was at 16 a little earlier. Let's see what we got. 19,609 today.
And
insane.
It's crazy because we always talk about it, but just to reflect on the year and what a crazy year it's been, keeping the faith going within our agents or keeping the faith going within ourselves, to just keep trucking along. You have to believe. You have to believe it before you can produce the results.
Yeah.
Right? Like your team has to believe it, that they can do it before they do it. And same with us, with agents, you got to believe that you can do this in order to do it.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, even to pull the trigger on buying more leads or whatever it may be,
dude, all of it
starts with.
There's a lot of faith, and if you don't have somebody that is going to help in your ear, because this dome, I maybe mine's crazier than most, but I'll start getting, start spinning out if it's not on that roller coaster. You get down to that bottom when it's not going great, and like logically, okay, got to spend, just spend more, stay consistent. There's some piece of the whole system isn't working, which you can investigate and figure out, right? But having a rational mind on the other end of the phone, like Mr. Jason, is very helpful. I'll give you everybody his cell phone. You can call him if you're spinning out. No, but being able to find somebody that you can talk to that will help navigate when it gets rough, because it's going to be it does go up and down. For all those $19,000 days, there's a $1,500 day that's hidden, lurking in the future.
And there's thousands of dollars of spend going behind it. So yeah, you do feel it when you do have a bad day. But anything starts with a seed, and the seed is belief.
Yep.
And unless you have that seed, you won't even you won't take the first steps in the right direction.
Yep.
Without belief. You got to believe. Everyone's got to believe. Otherwise, they won't try to do whatever it takes.
It was 1 year ago. 1 year ago, 10 days from behind from today, we opened the third agency, right? And everything that had been planned and I thought was going to work completely like evaporated. Everything did not work out the way it did, And so you had to hold it together, find the new people, get the right people in place, and then start moving this thing along. And still in December, we weren't where we needed to be. And it was like, oh my God, I'm in trouble here, right? Like I don't know if this is going to work. And I remember like starting to lose the faith in the whole thing and thinking, this is it. Like, am I going to keep going or am I going to throw in the towel? And you helped talk me off the ledge. And anybody that knows this has heard me talk about it a billion times, but it was like, that was a defining moment. That was where, okay, I'm going to believe this. I am going to double down on leads. I'm going to hire more people. Just keep, who cares? It's just money. And we've already spent enough of it. But it came back, right? It did come back. And that moment there was that point, I think, where a lot of people will give up. And I'm not saying that I'm magic or anything. I'm just saying that I had the right person talking in my ear that helped me get through that. You, my wife, a lot of good people helped. Okay, you got this. You know the numbers. You know what to do. Just keep going. And it was right. Like I was at the point where it was almost done. And had I quit, I would have foregone all that has now transpired, which is now it's gotten pretty good. It doesn't mean it's going to be pretty good forever, but it's working right now. And that's what's important.
That's why they always say it's so important to have those 5 people that are closest to you you know what I mean? You're the whatever of the 5 people. I mean, everything starts with that seed of belief. So if you believe you can, you're right. And if you believe you can't, well, you're right. Because if you believe you can't, then you're not going to make it. You know what I mean? And it really just, that goes back to like, not even to making sure that group that you're around, the group of agents, right? There's so much negativity out there, but the group of agents is super uplifting and encouraging and stuff. But like, make sure that you're being that encouragement to others too, because you might be the deal breaker for them that makes them not do the thing that takes them to the next level.
Sure.
So that's a good thing to think about. When you're around the old water cooler talk. I don't know.
The water cooler.
I think they're going to say Zoomy cooler now because everybody's on Zoom.
Sure.
The old Zoomy cooler.
We moved beyond Zoom. Old Ecamm.
Yes. What would be the next step in Zoom? Would it be like Blazing? Would it be called blazing.us?
Don't even know what
you use Zoom. No, I use Blazing.
Blazing.
I don't know.
But getting back to this, so once you believe, then it's true. You now have to convince the people that are working for you, right? As a leader, you've got to convince the team, and the team isn't going to always believe. But if you come in, you're negative, and we've said this a million times, but it all rolls down. So. A friend of mine likes to say the fish rots from the head. I mean, if you're not saying the right things and you're not being the right leader, then they're not going to do it. Like what's their incentive? What's their incentive?
They need the seed of belief. Everybody needs the seed of belief.
Yeah. The seed of belief and being a believer.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to listen to after this. We're going straight Justin Biebs after this.
Baby, love. Is that Justin?
He moved on way past the first album, bro.
I'm not too familiar.
I'm not either.
Just am happy that I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
Same here.
Well, why don't you go and have yourself a fantastic weekend, Mr. Jason?
You too, Mr. Craig.
That's great. We'll have another coffee talk for you next week.
Coffee.
Hey, Jason.
Yes, Mr. Craig.
That was another awesome episode, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if people want to get a little bit more action and learn how to write 100,000 in premium off of even the worst internet leads, where could they go?
They can go to live.teledudes.com.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. Are we going to be there?
Yes. It's a weekly call that we're doing right now. It's live, and it will show you the process. The entire process is super awesome.
I love it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Sign up right now, live.teledudes.com.
Live.teledudes.com. That's live.teledudes.com.
Hey, Craig, there's a new community that we are starting that I cannot wait to tell everybody about. It is our live texting community where you and I are going to answer people's questions and give them free content, right?
Are you kidding me? We get to talk to them?
Yeah, which is awesome, but they have to opt in. They have to text us at 520-214-2219. That's 520-214-2219.
Nice.
Craig, are you going to respond to these texts?
I'm going to respond to them for sure. Live.
I'm into it too. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be our new texting community where we're going to get back to everybody that we can and drop some crazy content, free content, and free the calculator that you just came up with. That's right. The calling calculator, sales material. I mean, everything for insurance agents. This is it. It's the best texting community out there for insurance agents.
Well, what the heck is that number again? I can't remember it.
It's 520-214-2219. That's 520-214-2219.
I love it. I'm going to text it right now.
520-214-2219.
All right. I'll see you later, Mr. Jason.
Bye, Mr. Craig.
Wait, do they even listen to this on the radio anymore?
I love it. I love it.
Nice.